Got a fire in my soul, yeah, it's burning bright. Guy band, he told me just to follow the light. Well, I heard the people singing with all their might. So I hit the ground running, and I ran all night. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Well, I ran into my family, and I ran into my friends, and I ran into people that I didn't know then. And I said to them, hey, I could use a hand. And then I ran and I ran, and I ran and I ran. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. Well, the children and the elders and the strangers and the neighbors and the doctors and the teachers and the farmers and the bakers and the scientists and builders and the singers and the players and the buskers and the dancers and the dreamers and the painters and the coaches and the helpers and the artists and creators and the yogis and the healers and the preachers and the changers and the people and the planet and the forests and the rivers and the mountains and the oceans and the future and the vision. And the buskers and the patience and the future and the vision. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run.
Yes, sir. Thank you to my brother Tommy Kenyon for that nice song that he put together through the help of some Suno. But thank you for creating that for us. Shout out to everybody here. My name is Guy, and welcome to Creating Change. I see you out there, brother Gen X. I see you, Tim. I see you, everybody. Shout out to you guys, man. Hello, Joaquin. I see you there, man. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, man. This evening we're talking about voting, and it's funny, I didn't really think about it until I couldn't do it, and for about 20 years I didn't get to practice that civic right, and it became most important to me, once my wife and I had our son. uh I quickly realized what an important thing that is for us, what an important right that is to exercise, though it may not seem like much. It's the voices and numbers as they add up that matters. And when I started realizing, like, man, non-participation is as big a vote as participation. Your lack of voting, your lack of effort to get out and vote, no matter what side you're on, no matter what you're voting for, your lack of getting out and voting is just as much of a vote as going and voting. And I would beg to say that it's probably more of a vote, because not only are you not getting to truly make your voice heard or your opinion felt or your vote, but then it's just being put where it's at, because you're not giving you're not giving the things that you want a chance. So, you know, with that being said, I also feel like that if you don't get out and put the effort into going and voting, you ain't got no right to say not one thing about anything. If you can't carry your hind end out there and vote, then you ain't got no right to really talk crap about anything that's going on. I mean, you don't have no right at all. And I want that right. I want to be able to say, "Hey, I don't like that." It's the voice of dissent most of the time that matters most. Because if everybody is blowing sunshine up your rear and telling you how good you are and how great your ideas are, or how perfect everything is, then you never have a chance to meld anything else into what you're thinking. It's kind of like when you're playing pinochle, for all of my pinochle friends out there that might have ever played. You know, you put your scores together, and you try to think about what the other one's got, and how that's going to play into your hand and how to work them into the table with you. And it really is one of those things. I feel like that, as a citizen of the United States, I can only speak about the United States because that's where I'm from, Southwest Virginia. Shout out to everybody out there, no matter where you're from. Appreciate you being here. Welcome to Creating Change. My name is Guy. Got brother Tommy in the house working the back end for me, and going to be popping in and out whenever he feels so fit. And we're just talking about our right to vote. He's from down in Texas. I'm from here in Southwest Virginia. Tomorrow for us is voting day for governor's race, and other other things. And then I think New Jersey has a governor's race as well. And I mean, I'm not no super uh, I don't know about all the details of all that kind of stuff, but I do have a right to talk about the importance of voting, because I found out from just seeing how some things have been, how change has been affected. I see, brother Tim. Yeah, change starts with voting. It sure does. Um, but I have personally seen how, by people coming together and people deciding that, hey, this is what we think we need. When you have a representative, once again, guys, I always say it, they are not our leaders. They're our representatives. We're the leaders. So that's the first language that I encourage you to get out of your mouth when you speak of them. They're representatives. But if they're being a proper representative, then they're taking the voice of their constituents, and they're saying, okay, this is what my people want. It don't matter to me what they want. I could care less about any one of their feelings. Ain't none of them coming to my house for Thanksgiving. Ain't none of them going to be here for Christmas. I know they'll never send me no kind of birthday card. I don't care about how they feel. I just want them to do what their people need them to do. And us as a people have to realize that everybody ain't going to win all the time. It don't work that way. There's going to be some that get some things that they want. There's going to be some that get some other things that we want. Whatever. But it does come down to, taking the time, going and voting, and understanding. I tell you, that's another thing too, is know what you're voting for. Like know who you're voting for, know what they're about, and know that you support what they're doing. I never encourage, whenever I look at a voting registrar, however you say it, and I see that it's right straight down party lines, I know that those people are not doing their job. I know for a fact they're not, because you can't tell me that is exactly the same way. You know, it, and it can't always be about the way they feel. It's not about how they feel. It's about how the people in their area feel. Indeed, brother Tim. I see brother Tommy. Thanks everybody. Appreciate y'all being here, man. We're talking about our civic duty, and it may seem like a mundane topic, but it really is. It really is important. It's the first. It's the foundation. It's the foundation of what we have here in the United States, and I'm sure there's other places that whatever. I don't know. I don't know about those other places. I'm just talking about the United States here, and I know that tomorrow here in Virginia is you know voting day. So get out, go cast your vote. I don't care what side of the party you're on. We're not. That's not the discussion for me tonight. For me, it was about well, one, just getting to come on and say howdy to everybody, and get to touch base and talk about something that means something to me. And it really didn't mean nothing to me until truly, actually, I can't even say when I lost my voting rights it mattered to me, because at that point it didn't matter to me. I did My freedom's all I cared about. Um, but then once I had my boy, uh, and then I realized, man, I couldn't even take him hunting. I couldn't even have a gun. Couldn't have none of that. And then so when I finally got all my rights back, I'm telling you, I realized how important that having those types of rights were, and I take care of them. I respect the laws, and I do my best to get out and vote and exercise that civic duty. um, you know, I just think it's important, man. And it's funny how your mind changes over a little time, because as a young man, I truly I didn't care. I didn't care. I was so far out in my own little world at that particular point. I didn't care. Should have cared a little bit more, but I didn't. But that's just the way it goes. You live and learn, and you try to figure out your own path. And as I was coming up, man, I didn't care about politics, to be right real honest with you. I didn't care. Didn't watch nothing about it. Of course, we didn't have all the news and stuff that we had these days. Everything's so easy to find. You can find just about anything you want. But I encourage all of you, man, go vote. Go get it done, man. I'm gonna bring brother Tommy up. Brother Tommy, what's happening, brother Tommy, man? You got any voting going on in your area, my man?
I've been looking up as you were saying that, and it's on a bunch of constitutional amendments in Texas. Some things
Yeah, I
to
don't.
support, some things to oppose. But any,
er,
are you? Is there voting for like elections of candidates? Something in Virginia,
mm, Governor's race, man. The governor's
governor.
race in Virginia, man. And then the governor's race in uh, uh, New Jersey, and then the attorney general in Virginia. It all that's being voted for. And then there's other stuff, man. I don't know, but I'm not no expert on all that kind of stuff. But I do try to keep up with some of it. But as far as like down to the last little nitty gritty of everything, I don't. But I support it if you do. If the more you can know about those types of things, the better. And that's what I feel like I was trying to touch on tonight in a fun kind of way. We have governor. All right, Tim Ward says we got we have governor, lieutenant governor, and attorney general. Yeah, I mean, and those are I mean, those are big ones. You know what I'm saying? Those ain't little ones. So I say you get out there and go vote, man. I can't. I'm not even. I don't even care what way you vote at this point. Just go vote. And I never encourage anybody to go vote down party lines. I know who I'm voting for, and it's my business. Of course, I'm not unproud or anything like that, but it's just not. That's not what I'm about this evening. It's about whatever side you're a part of. Go vote. Otherwise, you keep your mouth shut when it comes time to have any type of debate or any type of say over anything, because this is your opportunity to go let your voice be heard. And I think it buys you a ticket to be able to speak up when you see some bull crap going on. you know
Hmm.
Otherwise you don't really have you don't you don't really have no right to say anything. What did you do? What are you doing to try to make anything else happen, one way or the other? And it does come down to, like, if you don't vote, it really is as good as I mean it you're you're kind of helping the side that you're not working, that side that you don't want, by not voting, man. Hey, look at brother Gen X in the house, man. Got brother Gen X, man. What's happening, man? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Going talking about voting tonight, Clint. Uh,
Yeah, with
you
all
know,
just all of the different propositions, those are some of the most confusing when you're voting on, because vote to support the prohibited to prohibit certain act, or oppose to not prohibit. It's like they
yeah,
set it up in confusing language.
yeah, yeah. Hey, shout out to you, brother Clint, brother Tim. Hey, oh yeah, just so you know, brother Clint, Tim is a friend of mine on the street, and pretty much my neighbor. So I just wanted to let you know that while we was in the chat, you would be aware of that, man. But shout out to you guys, man. We're just talking about voting. It's nothing, it's nothing to me. No matter which way you vote at this point, I don't care about what side anybody's on. We're all Americans. Um, we're all people, but as far as if you're in the United States, we're all Americans. So I just encourage you, no matter what you think or what you believe, go ahead and vote. Do whatever it is. Vote for whoever it is you think is going to do best for your beliefs. I think Tim yeah, you said it right there. Vote your beliefs. I mean, that's the only thing that any of us can do. You can't say that it's like, what that's about all you can do, right, guys? I mean, you can't do it to me, I personally can't do it straight down party line most of the time, because a lot of times there's going to be things that I can see, or things or there's going to be some things that I just know I'm just not going to like that. But I understand that in negotiations and in fairness, I'm gonna have to give a little. They're gonna have to give a little. Sometimes, I might be able to get a little more of what I want, and then other times I might not be able to get as much as I want. But that's all, that's all a part of it. But either which way, like I say, no matter what side you're on, go vote. That's what matters, man. I don't know any Post Malone, but shout out to you, JoJo. Appreciate you being here. Welcome to Creating Change. Got brother Tommy Kennedy in the house, keeping it real media. We were talking about voting for me here in Virginia. It is, it's what let's see. Clint said, let's see, governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, then locals. I have two locals. Okay. See, I'm not. I don't know exactly all of it that we got. I mean, we've got there's stuff. I just know that, you know when I go vote tomorrow, then I'm just gonna look at what we got going on, and yeah. I mean, cast my vote. I mean, like I say, I don't I don't I don't live by it or anything. It's just like I think that if you can do it, then get out and go do it. Otherwise, you can't really say nothing. You gotta just you gotta just eat it, because keep your mouth shut. If you ain't got out and went and voted and tried to help the change that you want, then what right do you have to say anything if you can't even do that? So that's why I encourage it, and just coming from an angle of not having it at one time. Man, I'm glad to be able to exercise that right, man, and just hopefully our representatives, once again, they are not our leaders, they're our representatives. We the people are the leaders. Um, but yeah, man, it is, Tim. It is, dude. It is our most fundamental duty. Um, I mean, basic and fundamental. Like it is down to as it's as down to the grassroots, I guess, man. It's as fundamental as it ever will be. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, I'm not gonna say you're right or wrong on that one. I would lean in there with you on that. I'm wasn't really leaning in on going into that too much tonight, but for me, no matter what side you're on tonight, what matters is you go vote. Go vote what you think needs to be. And as for me, for the side that I'm voting for and the things that I believe in and my core values that I feel like are represented best, then you know, that's that's a personal decision. I'm not unproud of who I vote for ever. Because you got your choices. The choices you have. But for me tonight, it's about go vote. No matter what side you're on, go vote. And don't just vote because of this or this. Vote because you believe in something. Mainly, just believe in something bigger than you. You know.
Do a little research, read up on what's on the ballot, so you know what you're voting on and choosing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's my whole point, Tim. It's like, man, if you're gonna sit here and bellyache over stuff, then at least tell me you voted. At least tell me you did that. At least tell me that you did that, and then tell me you've called your Congress people, or you've left a message for your representative, or you've done some kind of, because there is ways to start reaching out, and the way that change is affected through that manner is it's in numbers. It's the more that you can get to do it and stand behind it, the more chance you have of creating a motion behind it. And that's important. And tonight, it's about pushing the whole idea of that fundamental right. Push it. It's about getting out and voting. And if you don't, then we have every right to just say, man, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the weather or something, because you know you ain't got no right to say anything then. Yeah, we live in a small town, and it takes everyone sharing their voice. Indeed, it does, man. Sometimes it does feel like, that you're not getting nowhere. Let's be honest. Sometimes it truly feels like that, man. We ain't getting nowhere, but you are. You are. Every time that you stand and create any type of foothold or friction against what you think is opposing, then you're affecting change. It may be in such small
Hmm.
amounts that you can't see it right now, but over a course of time, then all of a sudden it looks like it changed. It's kind of like we hear about, like, people that all of a sudden they're famous, right? They have a song or something that goes whatever. Well, them people probably been singing and trying for the past 10, 15 years. It wasn't a one hit wonder. They just they're it wasn't a one and done. They've been trying for a long time. They just happened to have that one that did it, and you just happen to see them now. You know, well, that's kind of like the same thing with this. You keep pushing, you keep trying, and you keep gathering numbers, and you build a coalition. And I think that's how that over time things do change, because you can look and see that, man, there's been a lot of things change for the good and bad. In both ways. But that's the whole idea behind voting. Some of this stuff has been voted in. Well, if you don't like it, gather up the numbers and go vote it out. That's 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 the chance that you have. And that's the chance that we take by not going and exercising that fundamental right that we have. Welcome, everybody. My name is Guy. This is Brother Tommy. Welcome to Creating Change. Please hit that like button, subscribe, share if you feel so led. We can't promise exactly what the content's going to be about, but we can promise it's going to be respectful. But welcome to us. We're talking about voting tonight and kind of weaving in and out, and just touching on, it doesn't matter to me what side you're on tonight. that's a topic for another night, and I'll be more than happy to lean in and discuss stuff like that. But tonight it's about no matter what side, we're all Americans, we're all people. At least us that's here in the U.S., we're all people, and I think that that's common ground we can find. We all support go vote. So that means that there is no there is no inclusion, non-inclusive. If you believe that we should be going and voting, then please hit that like button and tell somebody remind them, go vote. And I'm not saying trying to lean them one way or another. If that's not what you know, just hey, go vote, go vote, go vote for what you think is best for you and your family, not what agrees with some little clique that will never send you a birthday card, will never come sit down at your Thanksgiving dinner. Hell, they'll probably never tweet your name. So why the heck does it matter to you whether you vote with that little crew or not? You vote for what you think will work for you and yours. You vote for what you think will help you keep food on your table, for what you think is going to help you keep your job, for what you think is going to help you make a little bit more money, be able to maybe save a little bit for retirement, maybe put some gas in the vehicle extra and go on a little vacation every so often. Vote for those types of things. Vote for how you vote for your children's health. And remember, their mental health is as important as their physical health, and vote for what's going to be best for them. That's what we vote for. For me, it doesn't matter to me uh what side, one
Mhm.
side or the other. It's about what works for me and mine. But as for tonight, it matters. Just go vote. Tomorrow in Virginia, I know in New Jersey, I'm not sure about everywhere else. Um, but I know that there's voting happening tomorrow. So, if you haven't already, get out, go cast your vote for what you think is best, and let it fly, man. That's all you can do. Uh, let's see. Timmy says, "I've said for years, you don't have to think like me. Just think for yourself." Well, that's indeed my I. You know, I can respect any side with one rule. Said it before. Tommy knows I have one rule. I'll debate you about anything, but we're not going to start by calling each other names. That's not what I'm about. And as soon as you do that, you put somebody on their heels. And now they think they have to fire back at you. But if you want to debate numbers, if you want to debate, those types, substantive types of things, I'm all about that. Let's go. But as soon as you start, because I can respect, a man or woman that has a stand and is willing to um, have some fact base behind it, that at least they stand behind and they're able to articulate it, then I can respect what they have to say. I don't have to like what you agree with. I don't have to like it. There's no law that says I have to like it. There's laws on the books that says we have to accept it. That does not mean I have to proclaim it. Doesn't mean it has to be a part of my life. So therefore, for me, that's my justification in saying, okay, well, I can accept that. Man, it's part of the laws. I accept it. You can do what you do, that. But for me, that's where call each other names. As long as you don't start with that kind of crap, then I think you have a chance of really having good dialogue. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. As soon as you start calling each other names or some kind of book, and you're taking away from the meaning of the very names you're saying. And most of the time, I would venture out there to say that these people don't even know what the name means. Just the word of the day. It's a word of the day they happen to see, and that's why they're saying it. But yeah, man. Let's see. Tim says Virginia, New Jersey, and New York. Okay. Yeah. I think New York is. Yeah, you're right. You're right, bro. It is tomorrow. I don't know why I forgot. I think it's mayor of New York is what's out there, and there's something else too. I can't remember, but definitely New York. But yeah, man, get out there and go vote. Whether you're New York, whether you're Virginia, wherever it is, whether it's New Jersey, I don't care what side you're on. For me, it's about tonight. It's about get out there and go vote. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut when an argument comes up about anything that has to do with it, because this is your ticket to get to say and debate other things once something isn't maybe the way you wanted it. But if you ain't willing to go vote, at least go vote, then you don't have no right to really say anything about anything. Just take it. Just get on over in the field with the other sheep and just go on and get herded in. That's basically where you're putting yourself at. By not. And you're still casting a vote by not voting, in my personal opinion. The lack of voting is just as much of a vote as voting is. So, important, very important to get out, go do your civic duty. And, just switching gears a little bit, man, we're coming up on 30 minutes past the hour, man. Appreciate you guys being here. My name is Guy. This is Creating Change. This is Brother Tommy with Keeping It Real Media. I wanted to touch on this government shutdown and the chaos. We had our live stream about it the other day too. And man, I just want to, I push all the time that the one thing I have is I have my little platform, and I can call people out in a respectful way, and I can say what I think. And I think that this nonsense has went just a little bit too far. I don't care how you feel about people that's on food stamps. I don't care how you feel about people that's on anything. The right way to take anything away is not just to shut it down. It's not just to take it away. Let's get that argument right on out of the way. I do not agree with that. I think that there's ways of getting some people down off of it and making them get out and earn their way. But I don't think that this kind of crap, the way that it's going, there's no argument there for me. It shouldn't be done that way. Two, these people that actually shut the government down, that have the vote to get to make the government open, are still getting paid. Why? Why the hell are they still drawing their paycheck and the ones underneath of them ain't getting theirs? That's something that blows my mind. I bet you that it wouldn't have been shut down this long. I bet it wouldn't have made it to the first paycheck. They'd have had this bad boy up and humming. It have sounded like an old fart. When you went to the website and you looked up United States government, it would have come up and it would have sounded like a Ferrari sitting there idling. That's how tightly humming it would have been. But no, see, they're still getting paid, guys. That's the joke, is on the people that support not keeping the government open. The joke, guys, that you are truly hurting people, real people that have nothing to do with any of your nonsense up there in Washington. Any of it. People that don't give two flying craps about what's going on up there between your little political parties and the games that you're playing with real life American people. Man, you guys need to quit that. And there needs to be something done about that. That law needs to be changed somehow, some way. I know it's constitutionally in there that they keep drawing their pay, but now if they're going to be playing these types of games, then there needs to be accountability. And I think that there should be some type of way. They've been able to change other things, so they need to change that to where every one of these fools up there that's playing these games, that the first ones to lose their paycheck, all of them, every one of them, and they're per diem too. Let's get that. Let's get all of it. They should be the first ones to lose their paycheck. And if any of them want to save any integrity, like I told you the last live stream, if you want to save any integrity, go ahead and be donating all of your paychecks to someone up and underneath of you. Some of them Capitol police, some of them air traffic controllers that ain't getting paid. Got a hell of a lot more important job than you do. You guys ain't even doing nothing and still getting paid. You're loving every minute of it. Yeah. Yeah, they need term limits as well, Tim. Indeed. Yeah, they need their pay taken away. They need all of it, man. Like, why should people under them lose their pay? That blows my mind. That you don't do your job and get this done, but yet you keep your money coming and people underneath you lose theirs. That makes no sense to me at all. My mind can't wrap around how stupid that is. Mr. President, if there's any way that you can make it happen that we change that rule that when they do stuff like this that we shut the there's any way you can make that happen. I'm just saying. I'm just hollering at you, man, because I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. And I think all people would agree with that, no matter what side you're standing on. If these people are going to let our government shut down and let regular everyday people lose their food stamps, lose their lose their money, lose their paycheck. Now, if they're going to let that kind of crap happen, then they ought to be losing their pay first. They should be losing their pay first. And yeah, Tim, if you don't do your job, you get fired. Indeed, you surely don't get rewarded with getting some time off with pay. I mean, these people they're playing games and that's not cool at all. I wish there was some way to hold them more accountable through their pay like that. Withhold their pay first. If they're willing to vote and keep things shut down like this, they should lose their pay first. They should lose their pay. They should lose their pay along with everybody anyway. I'm saying first, but they should be right there with everybody when they lose their stuff. Otherwise, quit the nonsense. It's all for show anyway. But shout out to you guys. We appreciate y'all being here. Got Brother Tommy. Brother Tommy, what's going on in the great state of Texas? Is there voting and stuff going on there, man?
Proposition. I looked it up for a bunch of propositions to support or oppose, and I was doing some reading. I might head down over because technically the voting station is going to be where I'm going tomorrow. I might head over there tomorrow and do that. It'll be perfect timing.
Right.
But I have
Right.
to do the. I have to know. There's a lot. There's a lot of them to vote on. There's some homework to do
Yeah.
to know like what you support, what's good, what's opposed.
Yeah, man. I don't know the ins and outs of all the on down the line. But they're just as important. A lot of them, they're just as important to vote on. Don't can't skip out on them. You gotta, they matter too. Tommy, we love Texas. My wife is from Texas. That's Tim. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Nah.
Did you say Tim was one that come up in chat, or is he good in the chat?
Yeah, that's brother Tim right there that I was telling you about. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I was thinking of I, there was one other one, man, that I had it on my brain before we come on, and now I can't remember. I was looking to see if it was in my notes over here, uh, where it was. But it is, man. It is.
StreamYard is coming up with all these nifty little tools. Teleprompter.
Yeah,
There's
it is
a
cool.
teleprompter which you just put your notes right in there out beside. Put some bullet points down.
It's nice, man.
Chat if you're on widescreen.
Yeah, yeah, it is nice, man. It doesn't. It's been cool getting to explore some of the extra tools. But guys, once again, man, welcome to Creating Change. My name is Guy. This is Tommy Kenyon. Please hit that like button, subscribe, share if you feel so led. We're talking about voting. I don't care what side you're on tonight. I'm not even worried. That doesn't matter to me anyway. I never worry about that. But I do care whether you go vote, no matter what side. Hey, Bob Dart, I see you there. Hello, first time listening. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you being here. My name is Guy. Welcome to Creating Change. This is Brother Tommy here with me. I'm here in Southwest Virginia and definitely voting in the morning. My wife and I, we're going to go out together in the morning before she goes in to work and everything. We're going to ride out together and go get that done. And once again, for me today, it does not matter to me about whether Republican, Democrat, or Independent. It's about just get out and vote. Let your vote be cast and let it get out there and do its thing. Because the lack of voting is just as big a vote, in my personal opinion. When I think about it, it's just as big of a vote, the lack of doing it, as what voting itself is. And that's something that I push, especially coming from a fellow that I man didn't have, wasn't able to vote for a little while, and it wasn't until, got a little older and started thinking about it and had a son and was like, well, man, some of these things that's happening, I would love to be able to vote this or vote that or be able to do this or that. But man, it wasn't it. And, and I also feel like that as a citizen, it gives me the right to speak up when I hear or see something that I don't like when it comes to those types of things. It gives me the right to have something to say because at least I vote. So I do have a right to complain, or I do have a right to say, hey, I do vote, so I feel like that if you don't go vote, then you might as well keep your mouth shut when it comes time to start talking about anything because you ain't really got no right. Kind of takes your firepower away. Then you ain't really got no right to say anything to nobody. And I want the right to have something to say. It's just the way I am. So I vote to make sure that if gas gets too high, I can stand out at the pump and openly complain about how high the daggone gas is. Ain't nobody can say nothing to me about it. I voted. Um, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving an example, but it's like I wanna stress it on everybody, man, that it really is that important. But it's also one of those things that I don't get too carried away with what this one does or that one does. But if I'm gonna go put my name and vote for something, then I make sure I know what time it is. I make sure that I can at least, say that I knew about what I was voting for. You don't always get it right. You'll vote and you'll think this and will do that and and they 90% of the time wind up doing about 2% of what they said they might would do. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. A lot of these people come up with some things like I'm telling you, I'm gonna run for mayor one of these days. And my slogans is, you can. What do you want? I mean, they pretty much like say everything that ain't gonna happen. They're not even gonna be able to do it, and they'll tell you that all this free stuff is coming. They'll be able to do this, and they're gonna do that, and they're gonna do that. And it's like, dude, what you're talking about? Every other person has said that same thing. It's not even gonna happen. You're lying. You're lying. And so when somebody's getting too outlandish with all the free things and all this stuff, nothing is free, and nobody owes you not one thing. Not one thing. Our Constitution, our stuff is set up to where that you have a right to try. You have you get to pursue happiness. Not guaranteed it. Get out and get it. You know, but nobody owes you anything. Not nobody. But you owe yourself. Get out and vote. You do owe that, and you owe it to your community and to your family and to the things that you think you would like to change in whatever direction you think it needs to change. You need to get out there and get her done, man. Get out there and get her done. Get your vote casted, man. I see you, Bob Dart. Thanks for being here. It may not be 2%, honestly. A lot of them, I'll be honest, man, since I've been kindly keeping up with it, I've seen 90% of them that don't do nothing that they say they're going to do. They're in it. They're in it. It's like the new Hollywood is how I look at Washington or Congress or whatever. It's the new Hollywood. And then they spend all their time trying to be the next viral moment to get the big viral clip or whatever. Dude, that's not what they're paid to be there for, you know? Or they'll get on TV and they'll talk about some nonsense. That really ain't even nothing that they should even be discussing. You know what I mean? I have I know I voted wrong a couple times, Tim. I have too, man. I have too. But It's also, I mean, I think anybody that's been voting at all, you've voted wrong before. Um, but I also, man, I give credence to the fact that you're not always going to get, you're not going to, well, you're in this situation, you're never going to get all of what you want. Because otherwise you're in a bubble. And in order to live in this world, you have to accept that everything is not going to be exactly the way that you like. It's why I say, like here, creating change, man, we can bend a little bit. I'm good with bending just a little bit, but when I feel like I'm getting out over my roots, then it's like, yo, I'm done with that. I call done. You know, and I think that's basically how you have to go about it when you go. You try your best to vote for what you think works best for you and your family and all that kind of stuff. And then, man, it's in the wind after that because it's on them to really try to follow through with what they spoke on. And I encourage it, man. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. It is about headlines, man. It's about headlines. Draw a check is all they want. Congress or Senate, one term, and you're set for life. Free health care and a pension. I know. And it's sickening, bro. It's sickening. It truly is. And there's a lot of them, man, that's been up there for a long time and ain't got the same, and not one single bill have they introduced that's gotten passed. Not one. There's some of them up there, not one. That and won't work with nobody but their little bubble. If it's not part of their little crew, then they don't work with them. And man, that's not. You're immediately. I know you're not doing your job. Then I know. Then right out the rip that you're nowhere's near doing your job. If 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 the only people you talk to is one little crew, and then anybody else outside of that is some foul name that you guys have all teamed up to call them for the next week, whatever that is. And that's the part that to me it wears me thin. It does. It wears me thin. They're so full of crap. Hmm. They will. They'll go in broke, Bob. They will. They'll go in broke and come out millionaires, and not really do nothing the whole time they're up there. They're basically going for that viral moment, and they're trying to get on whatever talk show that's on that night. That's what they're shooting for. That's what they're going for. That they're not really going for trying to affect any kind of change up there in for their people in their district. They're not there for that. No, no, no. No, it's the new Hollywood, man. It's the new Hollywood. It's about, wearing the latest fashion and getting the viral tweet. I got news for him. This old boy right here could give two flying craps about the way they feel. Uh, they have a doctor, psychiatrist, some family or friends that may care, but it ain't this guy. I know I ain't gonna get no Christmas cards or anything like that from them, so I could care less. All I want them to do is their job. And that's it. Don't want to see them on TV each day trying to get the next viral moment. Don't want to see all that. Just want to see them do their jobs, and that's what I vote for. Hey, Mimi Bear, shout out to Mimi Bear, man. Thank you for being here, my friend. Appreciate you. We were talking about voting here in the United States. I don't care about what side anybody's on tonight. It doesn't matter to me at all. It doesn't matter to me ever. But tonight, that's not the discussion. The discussion is no matter what side you're on, go vote. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut when the conversation comes up next time about anything you don't like because you have no right to say anything. It's your ticket to get to talk about things, and it's also your opportunity to maybe go help affect change in your area or what you think would be best for your area or what would work best for your family or all three of those things. But shout out to you, Mimi Bear. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Bob Dar, appreciate you being here. Brother Tim, always, man. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. See, Brother Clint, man, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it, man. And Joe Miguel, appreciate it. I don't know exactly what that means, but it don't matter. Good vibes to all of my beautiful people. Jojo Obama, vote red. We need it. We need change from all the crazy. I can get down with that. I agree. We need to change from all the crazy. Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody though, man. It's been a great live stream. I wanted to come on and just push this voting thing out there, man. It's the day before here, man. Getting ready to be last chance. Get out, get that vote cast. I don't like I say, no matter what side you're on, if you don't get out and get your vote cast, then you ain't got no right to say anything. But shout out to all of you guys. We appreciate it. Please hit that like button, subscribe, share if you feel so led. We don't care which side of the live stream you're coming from. Hit that like button. It helps small YouTubers out like myself, and we just appreciate it. We do. We appreciate it. Tim, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate you being here, man. But get out, go vote. No matter what side you're on, it matters. Let your voice be heard, and you're not always going to get everything that you want. You're just trying to get as much as you can that you think works best, and you got to be willing to bend a little bit and willing to change. But you also got to be willing to be man or woman enough to put your foot down when it's time to not bend anymore.
Did I hear a song break out? You can't always get what you want.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Go ahead, Tommy. Go ahead. Show us that new dance that you got in that song. But yeah.
I know about a dance.
Oh, come on, man. I mean, come on, man. But hey, shout out to you, brother Tommy. I appreciate
always
you, man.
get what you want.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. You got anything coming up? You wanna shout out Tom before we close out the live stream, my man?
Yeah, I did. I put out a video that I know guy did something on his chat GPT. He did video the other day, and I did something on something I learned this last week, the 5 ingredients of what makes a killer AI prompt. If you're struggling, if you're still using AI as like a advanced Google chat or a Google search, you need to step up your game. I think a little bit. That's what I'm hearing anyway. I'm doing that myself.
Right.
5 ingredients. I made a video out today this morning.
Very good. Very good. Well, we encourage you, man. Go check out Tommy's new video. I've got a couple new videos I've dropped and some shorts. I'd appreciate if y'all go check them out. Leave me a comment. Let me know you've been there. I would appreciate
I'm gonna start doing some of those collabs. Probably a good one for me to do is collab with Lewis Howes.
Man, I had a video that I before I came on, it was almost at 20,000 that I put out just the other day, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
You do right with shorts, you can rack up a lot of views.
Yeah, dude. It was so fat. It was like, dang, man. I mean, it was like at 18,000 before I came on live stream. So yeah, man. But hey, Bob Dart, appreciate you being here, man. Shout out to you being here for the first time. I thank you. Me and brother Tommy, we appreciate it, man. Always good vibes. We like to talk about different subjects. I like to talk about different things. And I try to come at everything from a respect standpoint as best as I can. And if I can't talk about it without calling somebody names or being foul about it, then apparently I need to go read a book. And
Tim, I think I saw it in the chat. Was that from you about not always getting what you want? And then that just reminded me of the song.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed, Bob Dart. Jesus is Lord, man. Appreciate that. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate everybody being here. Once again, always good vibes to all of our beautiful people. My name is Guy. This is Creating Change. This is Brother Tommy at Keeping It Real Media. We appreciate you guys being here. We
I have another music video that I'm about to do.
This is my song. Yep.
I got the music a while back. I haven't done anything with it since before I went on my trip.
Yeah, man. Well, this is my little song called Slow It On Down, guys. You can find my music on anywhere you find music under Guy Bandy, man. I'd appreciate it if you did. If not, you can listen to it free on my YouTube page. I got them scattered out through there, man. This is a little song I did I wrote it about 15 years ago. But shout out to you guys, man. Slow it on down, guys. Always good vibes to all our beautiful people. We'll see you the next time. I've been in a hurry since I don't know when. Gotta bring it on back, start over again. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old page, the kind where a guy like me wins a race. Yeah, slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, bring it on back to a nice old page, the kind where a guy like me wins a race. Well, I got me a woman, yeah, she's better than most. Yeah, I get the space I need to really cut and loose. Yeah, she slows it on down to a nice old page, the kind where a guy like me wins a race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old page, the kind where a guy like me wins a race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old page, the kind where a guy like me wins a race. Yeah, slow it down. Slow it on down, guys. Good vibes only to you. Always good vibes. Always good vibes only to all of my beautiful people out there. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.